Welcome back to the King's Corner. I am the KingFanMan, and this is the KingCast number 60. We are going to talk Fallout 76 as always, but who knows what we're going to talk about today. We may talk Starfield. We're going to talk new games of November. We're going to talk games of December. And we're going to talk probably lore of Fallout 76 as well. And I have a special guest as well. So you guys stick around. And it's a kind of surprise guest. It's a legend. We have a legend of gaming with us today. So I'm just going to let y'all just simmer with that for a minute. I'm not even going to tell you who it is yet. Big T is in the house with us. Hey, Big T, what's going on? Let me turn the music down for just a little bit. How do I introduce this wonderful guest co-host other than to say I've been trying to get him on the KingCast since about day one. He is one of my best friends in gaming. I love him to death. He's my Bethesda brother. He's my brother in Christ, and I'm so happy to have him. He is the legend, Joey Caps Gaming. Joey, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. That was one heck of an introduction, man.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, that was good. That was good, man. I'm excited.
I'm so glad to have you here. It's so good to have you on the KingCast. And I didn't mean to cut the music off. That music was just for you. That was your introduction. So Joey Caps is with us. Y'all have a special treat today. We got Biscuits and Tea Gaming here. Ghost is with us. Manos is here. Did you know, Joey, that Manos is actually in the gaming industry now? He's working on a game that's so secret he can't even tell us what game he's working on.
Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's right. Yeah. Kane is in the house as well. I'm going to start off with some gaming news. We got so much to talk about, and the hour goes so quick. I know you've done podcasts before. You probably haven't done. I don't know if you've done a live podcast before. They go so quick. So I got to do this quick. We're going to jump right into the news, and then we'll get into the other stuff I want to do. But I want to talk about some games that are coming out in October and November. But I want to start with the games that are already out and some of the reviews. And I want to start with a game I know that you love. And I want to see what you think about it. I want to see what you think about the reviews. And that is Gears 5. I know you love the Gears series. Well, Metacritic is giving it very high scores. It got a 85 by the critics, and it's got an 8.7 from fans. So it's getting very, very high scores. Have you gotten to play it yet?
Yes, yeah. I'm actually halfway through the campaign, and I have to say it reminds me a lot of what the Gears series was and what it was famous for. It really went back to its roots. Gears 4 was good. I did enjoy it, but it lacked something. And I feel Gears 5 is really fulfilling what Gears 4 lacked, if that makes any sense.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the campaign's really good. I love the campaign. The multiplayer, still there. It's what it is. Horde mode, they improved that a bit, but the campaign, man. If you're a Gears of War fan and if you haven't played Gears 5, I highly suggest that you play it. Man, it is a treat. It's awesome. I recommend that. I definitely do. I recommend that game.
Hey, Vampire Stage. Hey, Renrut. Every time Joey Cap starts talking about Gears 5, he makes me want to play it. He gets so passionate about the Gears series. But I have played, actually. I've played the Gears series. Now, I haven't played Gears 5 yet, but it is getting super, super high series. Greedfall is another one that's out, and I haven't played it yet, but I've been watching it. I've been seeing it. And it's getting pretty high marks. It got a 73 by critics, and it's got a 7.9 by fans. Have you seen anything about it? I don't think you've played this one yet, but have you seen Greedfall?
No, I haven't played it. I've seen a little bit. I've seen some YouTubers talk about it. Will I be playing it personally? I'm not sure. But I don't know if it really interests me all that much, to be honest with you. But I've heard good things, though. I've heard good things.
Big T says Gears 5 is incredible. Big T, have you played Gears 5? And Coach says that Greedfall is good. Greedfall looks
cool.
really good. I know Vault Girl is playing through Greedfall, and you've almost convinced me to get Gears 5. So
yes, get it.
Yep. Another one that's out right now, and it's also getting high critical marks, but it's getting very low from fans, is Borderlands 3. It got an 84 from critics, and it still got a 5.3 from fans. Yeah. But it is actually the fastest selling game in 2K history. That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, that is amazing. You think about all the games that they've had.
Yeah. Sure.
It's a little buggy. They say it's not quite as good as Borderlands 2, but it looks like a really good game.
Yeah, I heard it was more of the same.
Yeah.
Don't kill me for that, guys. If you guys like Borderlands, but I heard it's more of the same. You know, like there's really not much different going on. There's not, it's more of the same. It's what the series is known for, and maybe that's why the fans are frustrated a little bit.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's a bad thing that it's more of the same. Because Borderlands, I've played the first game and I really enjoyed it. So, if the third game is similar to that, then, why not?
Right.
That's not bad.
Coach is saying exactly what I've heard, that the gameplay is good, but the writing is not good. The story is not good. That's exactly what I've heard as well. And Manos says buggy means nothing to us Bethesda fans.
Absolutely right.
Vampire says something about Death Stranding, and I'm about to get into the games that are about to come out, and it's interesting that you say that. Coach says something about being 25 hours in. I think that's Greedfall that he's talking about. That's cool. Games that are about to come out. Outer Worlds is coming out October the 25th. Are you getting the Outer Worlds?
Of course I am. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. Outer Worlds. Are you excited about the Outer Worlds?
I am. It's a semi-open world game from what they've been saying about the Outer Worlds. So it's not, a fully open game. It's about what, like 40 hours?
40 hours, yeah.
But there's most likely there's probably a lot of different ways to play this game, and that's what excites me.
And it's coming out on the Switch. It's going to be.
Is it releasing on the Switch on release day?
I don't know if it's coming out on release day. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it is, but it is going to be on the Switch though. That's exciting. Cool. Yeah.
That's cool. And there should be no excuse as to why Bethesda can't put Fallout 3 on the Switch.
Yes, I know it. I'm excited. Yes. I am definitely getting Outer Worlds. There's some things about the Outer Worlds that it's not that it concerns me. I don't like about it. Just some little mechanical things that maybe that I'm used to about a Bethesda game that they kind of went different with. Some things about the follower, and some things I'm going to have to get used to. Maybe I should word it that way, that are different. But yes, I am excited about the Outer Worlds, and I'm really looking forward to the story of the Outer Worlds, because that's what Obsidian does well.
Sure.
Yeah, the RPG and the story. Okay, Death Stranding does come out November the 8th. Is that a game that interests you? I think Vampire Sage mentioned Death Stranding.
Personally, me, maybe. I mean, maybe.
Boy,
maybe.
It's been hyped to death. How long have we been hearing about Death Stranding? For 2 years, I think. Wasn't it 2 years ago, E3, that they had the first teaser trailer for Death Stranding?
I think so. I don't know. I just haven't hopped on that bandwagon yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Mandos, no, I'm not going to buy Outer Worlds from Epic. I'm not going to buy it from Epic. I'll buy it from Microsoft probably. But yeah, I'm not going to buy it from Epic. Death Stranding, I'm going to hold off on Death Stranding. I'm going to just sit back and see what everybody says about it. It's definitely not one I'm going to have to jump on and get on the first day. Absolutely not. Now, if you're excited about it, that's fine, but that's not one that I'm really super excited about. Oh, I didn't mention one. Actually, on October the 1st, Destiny 2 comes out. That's also not one I'm excited about either. I don't know if any of y'all are excited about that. Here's one I'm excited about, and I know probably nobody else is. November, yeah, I know there is one person that's excited about it. Biscuits and Tea is excited. November the 14th, Ages of Empires 2, the definitive edition comes out.
Okay.
I cannot wait for that.
Nice.
It is all it is the actual old games, all of them. I think it's what, 39? Isn't it 30? It's either 36 or 39. It is.
Wow.
They've actually taken every one of them and just remastered them. They didn't change anything. They just remastered them and put them all together. And I actually got to play them at E3, and it's really, 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 really cool. Alice, I am so glad you asked about the T-shirts. I was going to say something about the T-shirts today, and I'm going to say it now since you brought that up, or I'll forget. We actually have some T-shirts right now, and we're going to be getting some more. So if you would like a KingFanMan T-shirt, just send me a message, and I'll give you details about the T-shirt. We are selling the T-shirts. Another thing that we're going to be selling very soon, we're going to have some KingFanMan bracelets. So I'll be giving y'all details about those as well. So we're going to have all kinds of swag. So if y'all want to, if y'all want a KingFanMan up, y'all can do that. So, but yeah, we do have some gray KingFanMan shirts right now, but we'll be getting some others soon as well. Okay, what about did you like the old top-down games like Age of Empires? I love those kind of games.
Me? No. To be honest,
Really?
I've never played them, so I can't say that like I don't like them because I've never really played them.
Oh, one of my favorite games was Empire Earth. Oh man, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order is coming out November the 15th.
Are you a Star Wars guy?
I like Star Wars. Yeah. Okay. I'm not huge, you know. I like Star Trek too. I'm not a Trekkie, but I like both of them. Yeah. I'm gonna say a word, and Dom's gonna jump on here as soon as I say it. That I like. That's why I'm excited for Starfield too. I like outer space and all that. I'm not huge into it, but I like it. So, yeah. You know, I've of course I grew up in the. I was a boy when Star Wars came out. Let's see, it was. What was it, 1977 when the original Star Wars hit? And I'm just giving away my age. I was born in 1972, so see, that tells you. Yeah. I actually got to watch the Empire Strikes Back. We had it wasn't IMAX back then, but we had the old rounded theaters that we got to watch the Empire Strikes Back on. And it actually looked like those not the Death Stars, the Star Destroyers were coming out of the screen, and the whole theater would shake. And you know, of course, that was pretty cool for a young boy that was not quite a teenager yet. That was pretty neat. All right, November the 22nd. Y'all know what November the 22nd is, right? Doom Eternal.
Oh yes,
Doom Eternal. I am definitely getting Doom Eternal. I'm very excited about Doom Eternal. And I know some of you guys are Doom fans. Some of you are not, but I definitely always take a break from Fallout and Elder Scrolls and play Doom. Also on November the 22nd, Civilization 6 is coming out, which is another top-down type game. It's almost like the old Age of Empires, but this is one Sid Meier's that has kept going and kept going and kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's coming out also November the 22nd as well. And that's all I know of that's coming out before. That's the big ones that interest me anyway before Christmas. Do y'all know of any other games, or Joey, do you know of any other games that are coming out before Christmas? That's the main ones that I wrote down.
Yeah, to be honest, no. But King, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Bethesda is really looking at the Outer Worlds, and do you think they see the Outer Worlds as a threat to Starfield? Do you think they feel that the Outer Worlds could possibly put pressure, even more pressure on them?
I don't think so.
You don't think? Do you think they're in the same atmosphere, or do you think Bethesda is just on a different level as far as popularity goes?
That's a very good question, and you know, I want first reaction to say no problem at all, and I do believe that Bethesda Game Studios right now, at least, totally eclipses Oblivion. Obsidian.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The thing is, though, it's man, I just lost my train of thought. I'm too young for that game. I'm way too young for that.
You're hanging around me is the problem.
Yeah. That's the issue here.
Just think of it this way: if Starfield hits like Skyrim hits, I mean, if it hits as a success, there's no way that the game can compete. No way. And I hope Outer Worlds is hugely successful. I hope it is.
And the thing is, I don't even mean like finances right now. Mm-hmm. If Obsidian produces a phenomenal story and they do everything right in regards to that, and in it being a great RPG, if they do that with the Outer Worlds, I feel, in my opinion, it could put pressure on Bethesda to make Starfield that, you know, especially after with 76, the community itself, you know, frowned upon 76 a little bit with how, you know, different it was.
Yeah.
So, and remember, you had New Vegas, then you had Fallout 4 right after that, and Fallout 4 really wasn't received that well. Everybody was saying, oh, New Vegas is a better Fallout game than Fallout 4. So, I think Bethesda, in my opinion, especially after the 76 stuff, and I love the game, by the way, but especially after that, I feel they have to hit a home run with Starfield.
Oh, no doubt.
And they can't let Obsidian outperform them. They just can't.
I'm going to use an old football coach analogy.
Okay.
Bethesda better worry about Bethesda right now. They don't have anybody else to worry about other than Bethesda. And you've heard football coaches say that, you know, we're not playing anybody but ourselves right now. And they definitely have to make a home run with Starfield, but it's because of Bethesda. You know, Fallout 76 did not do, obviously, what it needed to do. And really, Fallout 4, even though it was successful financially, like you said, in the fans' eyes, it didn't do what Bethesda would have wanted it to do. They need another Skyrim in fans' eyes. They definitely need that to get back in the good graces of the fans. So they need that home run. They desperately need that. And, you know, how are they going to do that? Now, a question I have is, you know, are they going to change the model and go back to the Skyrim model? Are they going to, you know, we were talking the other day, are they going to put multiplayer? Are they going to have microtransactions? Are they going to, and are the fans going to put up with it if they have any kind of multiplayer in that way? Or is it going to be the kind of thing that they're going to gripe either way? You know, Bethesda may be caught in that trap that no matter which way they go now, fans may gripe. You think about it. If I was a CEO or board member at Bethesda, I would go back to single player only, no microtransactions, no nothing. I would make it just like Skyrim and try to get back in the fans' good graces. But knowing the way the fans are, you know, they'd probably gripe at that as well.
Yeah.
But you have the best chance at, you know, getting back in fans' good graces that way.
The thing is, though, I just think it's inevitable for Starfield to have microtransactions. It's just the way of the industry right now. It is what it is. But
Borderlands doesn't have them right now.
Yeah, but
anyway.
But Bethesda, though, they have it in Fallout 4. They put it in Skyrim. The special edition, the Creation Club. And then you also have it in 76, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there, and there's a lot of money in it too. But if Bethesda really wants to fall into the good graces of their fans, no microtransactions, no multiplayer. If you want multiplayer in the game, do not put it in at launch. Do what CD Projekt Red is doing with Cyberpunk. What they are going to be doing, is they're going to be putting multiplayer in the game.
Or what Red Dead Redemption did with...
Yeah, well, they're going to put multiplayer in the game a year after the game releases.
Yeah.
So do that then. Just if you have plans on putting multiplayer in the game, don't do it at launch. Just focus on single player. Just do that. Hit a home run on that. Win your fans back on that. That's what Bethesda Game Studios, that's what Bethesda needs to do. They have to do this. The Starfield, the single player in that game needs to be their number one priority if they want to win the fans back.
I agree.
But in my opinion, will microtransactions be a thing in the game? Yeah, it will. But if they want to really hit a true home run, don't make it a thing in the game. Just don't do it. But will it happen? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I just said. The cowboy game. I always forget the name of the game. That's what they did with the online part as well. Because I'm telling you, the online part always gives you troubles. It always gives you troubles. The single player is much easier. And I am missing a lot of questions and comments here. Lady Braven is back. So good to have you, Lady Braven. She's excited for the Outer Worlds. She hopes Starfield will be much better in depth. Whoops, I'm missing. Let me go back. In-depth game only because she heard Outer Worlds was going to be a short game. Yeah, about 40 hours. It's about rage size. Manos, Bethesda's reputation is really damaged. People will be very skeptical about Starfield. That's why they have to hit that home run. Darren, how's it going, Darren? Kentucky Rangers on here as well. Hey, I think Bethesda and Rockstar shot themselves in the foot trying to beat each other to the market with Fallout 76 and Red Dead Redemption 3. Coach says the writing is on the wall with Bethesda. They are going with the micros. Yeah. Mano says Starfield will have multiplayer for sure. They figured it out for Fallout 76, which is what they do. They use one game for a test and then, yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. And it's going to work on every creation game from now on. They will monetize Starfield that way. But hopefully leaving single player intact. Biscuits and Tea said, I'm worried Bethesda are caring less and less about what the fans think. I've wondered what is going on with Bethesda, why all the changes and things like that. There is one thing that I know of that's happened with Bethesda. There is, and I did the same thing you did, Joey. I about forgot your name. There is a company that bought a lot of, Bethesda is a private company. In other words, they don't sell stocks and all that the way EA and all that. They're still a private company. However, there was a company that, and I'm not sure how all the business sense works. There is a company that made a huge investment into Bethesda. I don't know if you heard about this. And it was about the time this company made this huge investment into Bethesda that all these changes started happening. And when I mean a huge investment, I'm talking about millions of investment. So if you're going to have a company spend millions on you, then you're going to have to show this company that you're worth millions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you look at what has happened. Y'all just bear with me for just a minute, okay? You look at what has happened with Bethesda games as of late. Their single-player games have not been selling very good. The Bethesda software games especially. Even the games that have been rated very high, you know, the Wolfenstein games, the Rage games, all of those games the sales have been very, very low. Well, where is your money? Where does your money come from? Microtransactions. So what are they going to do? And I think that's probably a knee-jerk reaction that they're doing to try to get some money because of that investment. Now, that's just me on the outside looking in. I don't know that, but I've really tried to be studying it, looking at it, and that's the only thing that I can see that's different is this company that has made this multi-million-dollar investment into ZeniMax. So that's what I think.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if money is what they're worried about,
well, wouldn't you be? I mean, that is a business decision. That
of course they, you know, they like you said, they're Bethesda Softworks games, even though they are good games. Like you said, the sales they're not that great.
They went through a very rough time.
Yeah, so microtransactions, it's just a thing, you know, in the industry. It is what it is. That's where we're moving. And I wouldn't be shocked even in Borderlands 3 if they throw in microtransactions in there in some way in the future. You know, I wouldn't be shocked, even though it doesn't look that way right now. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case. It's just it's the way of the industry, and it stinks. It stinks. I don't think it's the way to go. But like you said, it's how they make money. They have to put bread on the table for their family. It is what it is. If they want money so bad, if Bethesda especially wants money so bad, remaster Fallout 3 or port it, do something.
Well, and see,
gonna buy it.
I feel a little different. I don't mind. I honestly don't, and y'all may hate me for this. I don't mind the microtransactions in a game like Fallout 76, but then go to a single player game like Starfield, leave them out. Leave them out. You've got the online game service game. We know what it is. That's fine. That you're going to give us free content for 10 years. That's fine. Leave the microtransactions in it. We know what it is. But then give us the single player games without it. You don't give us a single player game where we buy DLCs and do microtransactions. That, those don't go together. Now, if you're giving us free DLCs, that goes together. Make sense?
How do you feel about the Creation Club?
It's too expensive, but
yes.
I think it could be a good idea. I'm again, I get people upset at me again. I think it could be a very good idea. I'm friends with some of the mod authors that are on there, and I think they do really good work. And I would love some bigger projects I would love for like Skyrim and Fallout 4 to be living projects that, if we want to have, I don't want to have to pay for mods. I don't want mods to go away. I want Bethesda to get some of these mod authors together to work on a big project and pay them for it, you see, so that we can have a big project. So I think Creation Club could be a good thing if they did it right. Now, if they're just going to pay a mod author to make a backpack where they would make a backpack for free anyway, I don't think that's good.
Yeah, no.
No.
So, and I bought that backpack too.
Yeah. So I hope you understand what I mean. So when they talked about this Fallout 3 content coming to Fallout 4, I thought that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
But I've always thought that quest type stuff could be a good thing coming to Fallout 4 or Skyrim if they did it right.
It's just they have to do it right, but also how much are we paying for this? You know,
and that's
like
another
look
thing.
at what we paid for Nuka World and Far Harbor. Is it going to be as big as that? Probably not.
Yeah.
So you should charge us less than what you charge us for
Exactly.
those.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping that, you know, maybe at most $10 for the Fallout 3, the Creation Club quest line.
Exactly.
That's what I'm hoping. But I hope they don't.
Hey, Slacker. And the same thing, it goes to the microtransactions in Fallout 76 or any game for that matter. They really need to go down on the microtransactions in the service games. They've got them way, way, way too high.
So do you think since 76, since you're for the Atomic Shop, do you think that they should make the game free to play? If you're for, you know, people buying it, do you think Bethesda should do that?
No, I don't mind you buying the game to start with. You know, if they're going to give free content from then on. Because another thing that they do, they literally give you free atoms if you just play the game. I mean, I have literally only bought atoms one time, and I did that just to try to support the game. You know, if you just play the game a little bit, you get free atoms all the time to get really as much stuff as you want. Yeah. So if they would just lower the prices just a little bit, it would be really good. But of course, I know they're trying to make money. Speaking of Fallout 76, and I know we're going to talk about a lot of stuff if we get it all in. It's already half over, Joey. I told you it goes so quick. I know it goes so quick. A lot of stuff going on with Fallout 76. A lot of changes. We just talked about it in a podcast for you. And by the way, y'all please go check out Joey Cap's channel. Joey, would you mind just make a comment here on the chat? Y'all can click on his name in just a minute. And please, if you're not subscribed, I don't care what you say. You can smile or whatever. Just click on his name. And if you're not subscribed, there he is right there. If you're not subscribed to Joey Caps, he has excellent content. He does Fallout. He does Fallout 3. He does, what else do you do on your channel, Joe?
Cyberpunk, anything Bethesda related, to be honest with you. The channel really is, my channel's struggling right now. It is. So I'm just really experimenting with anything. Honestly, as far as Bethesda goes and Cyberpunk, so Outer Worlds, that's pretty much primarily what it is.
You just did a video on The Last of Us?
Yeah, The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us. I love that series. So I'm dabbling in different things right now.
He's actually getting close to 2,000 stubs. 2,000 stubs. 2,000 subs. So really, y'all go sub to him, please. And he had to stop for a little bit while he was getting married, and YouTube kind of really slowed his channel down. So he really needs his channel to get kickstarted again. So y'all please go sub and watch his videos. We really need to help him out.
And Biscuits and Tea Gaming. Hey man, and thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I see your comment. Thank you.
Anything else you can tell us about your channel?
I don't know. I don't like to. I wouldn't say brag, but you know, I don't know.
We'll brag a little bit. Come on, brag.
I'm not gonna brag, but you know, Fallout. I love Fallout 3. I want to get more into that, talking about the lore. I know Oxhorn does it, but I want to do it.
Hey, what is going on with Cyberpunk? Can you tell us? Because I don't do anything with Cyberpunk.
Man, when was the last video that I haven't covered that game in a couple weeks? They had some controversy surrounding it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm excited for it. I am.
When is it coming out? Do you know?
April 16th.
Oh wow.
2020, I believe.
Did you know I already have it pre-ordered?
Honestly, me too. I forgot that I had it pre-ordered.
I do.
I have pre-ordered on Amazon.
I don't know anything about it, but I have it pre-ordered. So
yeah, it's going to be a great game. CD Projekt Red has a great track record. You know, it's going to be a great game.
Hey,
and
Curtis. I said, hey, Curtis. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun. I got to cover it some more.
Awesome.
I'm excited for it. Like with CD Projekt Red, by their track record, it'll be good.
Awesome. Well, keep commenting every once in a while so people can keep going to your channel.
Sure.
Let's talk Fallout 76 for just a minute, because Bethesda just released a kind of a roadmap, not only for the rest of this year, but even for 2020, for the start of 2020, of what they're wanting to do to Fallout 76. They're really going to change Fallout 76, hopefully making it a lot better, a lot more stable. And as we talked about last week, they are really going to transform this game, not only with Wastelanders, but with a lot of stuff. They're bringing in a public test server, which is going to change a lot in the game. Hey, Jeremy. We talked about it on our podcast that I believe the public test server is going to be the beta, if you will, for private servers. What do you think about that?
Oh, yes. That's music to my ears.
Yes.
I'm waiting for private servers, King. You know that.
Yes.
You know, especially, but I can't. Oh man, public test server is a great sign, like we talked about in our podcast together. It's the bridge towards private servers, you know. So man, I hope we get private servers in 2020. I really do.
Oh, I think it's coming. I think it's coming January of 2020. I have been saying, y'all know this. Y'all go back and rewind. I have been saying it for months that I thought that private servers would be coming directly after Wastelanders. I've been saying that for a long time. That
private servers means mods too.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Even before they announced Wastelanders, I said the first of 2020. I thought private servers would be coming. So I really do believe that the public test server will be, like I said, a beta for the private server, that once they see how that public test server works, then they'll bring the private servers along. So that's super exciting. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here or not. I know I talked to you about it, but coming in October, we've got two things going on. Number one, we have to kill 8 million scorched. I said 800,000 in my video. Y'all forgive me, but we've got to kill 8 million scorched. Do y'all think we can do that?
Wow.
I think we can.
Yeah.
And also, there is going to be a Halloween event, a Halloween special event. Now, we've known that since QuakeCon. I reported that at QuakeCon. But now we know what it's going to be, or a little bit about what it's going to be. It's actually going to take place at the White Spring. And one of the things we're going to get to do is we're going to get to trick or treat, at least a little bit, at the cabins there. Now,
that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that mean we're going to get to trick or treat with the ghouls there? I don't know. Yeah, I hope there's some like specialty costumes or something. Maybe, kind of like Foshnot had the masks. I hope there's some neat masks or something that we get. That would be really neat. Survival mode is going to be gone October the 1st. It's going to be gone. I really hope that the PvP stuff don't come back to adventure mode.
I don't think it will.
I don't.
That would be an awful move if they did that.
Yeah,
that'd be an awful move. Just if you don't want to engage, you don't have to. That should be the thing. Still, they should not bring. Just leave it alone, please. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
And the perk, what are they called? The perk loadout.
Perk loadout, yeah.
I am getting more and more and more excited about these.
Yes.
After we talked about them on your podcast, I got to thinking about all the cards I carry around, and I'm talking about all the time, that I really don't need. I carry around lock picking cards all the time.
Me too. Yeah.
that I could be carrying something else.
Yeah.
I don't need lock-picking cards. I got hacker cards and lock-picking cards that I could be carrying something really good, on my person instead of those cards, that I could just have those in a quick slot, in a quick load slot. That would be so nice. And I hope they do that where you can just quick load it. And I think that's what they're going to do.
It would be a very welcome addition.
Oh, that would be so great. That would be so great. I hope that comes really, really quick. So there's a lot of things that are coming. I don't know as much about the legendary player. I'm anxious to learn more about that. But there's a lot coming. Then of course Wastelander's coming in November. I mentioned the Fallout 3 thing for Fallout 4, the Creation Club. It was supposed to come in September. Does anybody know any information? I could not find any information on the Fallout 3 Wasteland creation kit thing. I don't know. Joey, you said something about maybe they held it back. Maybe they've canceled it because of some of the flack.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked because of the backlash that they got for it. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, if it's almost done, then why would you do that? Just release it, let us play it. But
I mean, we've still got a few days here in September. Or a couple of days left.
I feel like they would say something though to hype it up a little bit, because being that Fallout 3 is such a beloved game, any piece of Fallout 3, I just feel like they would hype it up maybe a little bit, but who knows? Maybe it'll be a surprise in the Creation Club. Who knows?
Yeah. But has anybody else heard anything about it? The last we heard that there was that and the Skyrim stuff coming in September, and I've heard nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was like I said, I was excited at least to try it, but I've heard nothing. One thing I did want to mention, last night we had an awesome live stream. Joey, I did see that you were watching our live stream. We did a live stream for Meat Week. We did the Meat Week thing twice, and we had an awesome time. Not only did we do the Meat Week, we killed the queen, the Scorch Beast queen, we killed a Mothman, and we killed a Flatwoods monster. That's a cool live stream, isn't it? And we did Nuclear Winter twice, so we really had a cool live stream last night. So I wanted to thank everybody that stopped by for the live stream. That was really, really, really fun. And so thanks everybody for watching that. And Joey, I appreciate you for doing that. And again, everybody go to Joey Cap's channel, subscribe to his channel, watch our podcast. We talk in depth about the Fallout 76 stuff that we just covered very quickly right here on our podcast. We really go in depth on it. Y'all subscribe to his channel and please help him out. Y'all go watch all of his videos 5 times. Okay. And y'all will really help him out. All right, we've got about 10 or 12 minutes left in our podcast. I want to cover one last subject and answer any of y'all's questions that you have. The last subject I want to bring up is actually a subject that, Joe, I want to deal with in a future podcast, but I want to get everybody's opinion in the last 10 or so minutes of this podcast. I saw this question creep back up on Reddit. Reddit is a wonderful place that I try to stay off of. Hey, Zonder Bunny. It was the question of, is Fallout 76 lore and Fallout 4 lore, by the way, canon? You know how some Fallout purists like to gripe about some of Bethesda's lore choices. Like bringing the Brotherhood of Steel into Fallout 76. And they were just all up in arms about things like that. So what do you think about Fallout 76 being in the canon of Fallout?
I mean, of course it has to be canon. Why wouldn't it be? That would make honestly no sense to me. And I forget the Brotherhood of Steel story in 76, but it makes sense.
Well, this is the argument. Of course, the argument Brotherhood of Steel, the origin being on the West Coast, not the East Coast, and how in the world could they be on the East Coast when they had just begun on the West Coast, and Bethesda's just making them show up in the game, and people basically having a fit over Bethesda, kind of like Coach is saying, rewriting the canon.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, I don't know why people want to cry about it. If it's just another thing they want to pick on, to be honest with you, that's really it. It's Bethesda's easy to pick on, you know.
Absolutely, that's true.
You know, so it's I don't know why you wouldn't want the game to be canon, but it's canon. It's fine. You know, it's fine. I don't really find an issue with it. I love the lore in Fallout. I absolutely love it. So I don't think they messed it up.
Well, I mean, here's the question: is there a good story to explain why the Brotherhood of Steel is in West Virginia at this time? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did Bethesda make that case? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And who owns the rights to the Fallout franchise? Bethesda does.
Yeah.
So who controls the canon of Fallout? Well, Bethesda does. You know. But this whole canon purist thing, it is not. It's not just in Fallout. You get into the Star Wars series, you get into any series that has lore or history or like that. You have people that go crazy over story changes or things like that. I got in a discussion group, and again, I'm not a Trekkie, or again, I'm a fan, but I don't get deep in that stuff. Have you gotten into or heard any of the discussions over what people talk about with the new Star Wars movies?
No.
Oh my word! They get mad over over. Oh yeah. Oh man, what they did to Luke Skywalker and how they. Oh man, I just thought Fallout fans were upset and mean and mad. And, woo! But yeah, I mean, I actually, and I have said this publicly. Most of the people that talk about Fallout 76's lore have, in my opinion, really not looked into the lore that much of Fallout 76. I honestly love the lore of Fallout 76. It actually is a pretty deep and wonderful lore if you look into it. I really, really like it. I really like the story as well of Fallout 76, if you can believe it.
The game is just so eerie. I love it. And I was playing it the other day, and I went in. I forgot where I was in the game, but I picked up, this note, and it was just so depressing. I believe it was a mother talking to her daughter. I was like, oh my gosh, like, it got me, and it just things like that in the game, the notes, the terminals, it's pretty deep, and I think people overlook that sometimes in this game.
Zonder Bunny said that Oxhorn did a recent video on the Brotherhood of Steel in 76.
Yeah, he did, actually.
Oh, very cool. And let's see. Biscuit said there's just so much lore and content in 76. Curtis said canon changes all the time with many long-running franchises. It's silly for canon purists to get mad about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kane says Doctor Who has had so many canon changes at this point. The show is about them. Yeah, absolutely. Kentucky Ranger, West Virginia's connection to Massachusetts is plausible. Oh, that's another thing that we talked about in the podcast, which is neat and something to think about. And a question that you asked me, and I'm going to pose it to everyone else. Do you guys believe that there is a connection in Fallout 76 to a future Bethesda game? I thought that was such an intriguing question that you gave me the other day, because Bethesda normally puts a hint to a future game in their current games. Like in Fallout 3, how it had the sense in it. So do you believe there may be a hint in Fallout 76 to a future game? Very interesting. It's a very interesting thought.
If there is, I wonder where it is in the game,
You know, Fallout 4 had the stars in the gosh, what was that first place you went into? Museum of History, Museum of Freedom.
Museum of Freedom. I think,
Museum of Freedom. Yeah, it was the Museum of Freedom. Absolutely. There is no jet in 76. No, there is no jet in 76. Absolutely not. Yep, it's not here yet. There's something that looks like jet, but it's a dick doll and it's shaped like it, but no, there's no jet. Did I read all of them? Have you? Let's see. Also in Fallout 3, they had Boston 2015. Napoleon says there was Boston in Fallout 3. Oh, interesting. It is so neat. It is so neat how Bethesda puts those things in there. I wished I had something to give away today, but the Queen is gone, so I do not have a prize to give away today. My only prize is that Joey Caps is here. So,
man. I'm sorry, guys.
Joey, you're my prize.
Oh man, what a heck of a prize you guys got! Wow.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
Well, Joe, is there anything else you want to talk about, you want to discuss before we pull this thing into the garage today?
No, man. I love being on. I love talking to you. Maybe I'll come on again.
Yes, I want you to come on again. I have been trying to get you on. How many times have I asked you to come on the KingCast?
It's you have built one heck of a community here, and the anxiety gets to me, to be honest with you.
Tell them the truth. Tell them how many times I've asked you to come on, and you've said, I'll come on. I'll come on.
You honestly ask me every week. You ask me almost every week. So,
but you made it. You made it, and I appreciate you coming on so much.
I love it. I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it so much. So again, y'all, please, for me and for Bethesda and for Todd Howard and for not for Pete Hines, just for Todd Howard, y'all go to Joey Caps's YouTube, and right there it is on the screen, and subscribe and watch our latest podcast and any of his other videos. Again, he's got a lot of stuff on there. He's got stuff on Fallout. He's got stuff on Cyberpunk. He's got stuff on what was the one that you just did, Joe? The
Last of Us.
The Last of Us. And
I also have a Fallout 5 wishlist series.
Oh wow!
Yes, I said it. Fallout 5 wishlist series. Fallout's my favorite, franchise.
That's awesome.
So I posted my first episode. It's up there, guys. If you want to go check that out, that would be neat. That would be cool. And Manos, I see in the comments, he says, imagine if Fallout 5 is someplace around New York. I made a video about that, I think a year ago. So that would be really cool. I understand why it would kind of be lore breaking, but it would be cool if they could work that out.
Oh, they could work it out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gone.
Washington, D.C.
I don't think it's gone.
Fallout 3 is Washington, D.C., so it's like, why wouldn't New York be there? I don't know. Boston, why wouldn't New York be there? So I think it's there.
I do have one other thing to say. I'm really excited about what I'm doing. I'm going to give you just a chance to tell what you're maybe doing this month on your channel. On my channel this month, I'm hopefully, good Lord willing, going to be working on some scary places. I've got one in the works already. I'm going to be doing a Fallout 76 Scary Places, but I'm also going to be doing a Fallout 4 Scary Place and a Fallout 3 Scary Place. So I'm going to have a Washington, D.C. Scary Place and a Boston Scary Place for October. So y'all have that to look forward to. I hope that excites you just a little bit to have at least 3 scary places in the month of October, all from West Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Boston. So that's what I'm going to be working on. They take me a little bit more time, so you won't have as many videos this month, but I hope that excites you a little bit. So what are you planning on doing this month? You got a busy schedule from what you said you're going to be doing on your channel.
Yeah, well, I want to dig into the lore in Fallout. Like I said, I know Oxworm probably has that covered, but I want to do my take on it. So, and a lot of people still enjoy it. So, I want to do that. Fallout 5 wish list. I want to talk about Starfield every week, Elder Scrolls every week, at least one upload per week with that. And then, you know, whatever else I can do. I don't want to overwhelm myself. But that's what I want to do, and we'll see where it goes.
Oh, that's awesome. That is very cool. And you're actually trying to upload every day, aren't you?
Yeah. So I had a video go up today, I have a video tomorrow. Then right after this, I'm going to work on another video for Monday, probably about the Outer Worlds. So
cool.
We shall see. Starfield video going tomorrow.
Very cool. Well, if you are new to the KingFanMan channel, please hit that subscribe button and welcome to the KingFanMan channel. And again, go check out Joey Caps. I will put a link down in the description below to Joey Caps' channel. And again, Joe, thank you so much for being on the KingCast. And I will invite you again if you will come back.
Of course I will. I love talking to you. I love it.
Yes.
You're one of my best friends. I love it. So, and it's not just only a best friend, a Bethesda best friend, but a true best friend. So we talk every single day. So
absolutely.
Of course I'll be back on.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much. And thanks everybody for being on. Saturdays are my absolute favorite. I get to talk to all of you, and I appreciate y'all so much for being on the KingCast number 60. It was so great. Thank you so much. Fun. The hour goes so quickly. Hope y'all are back next Saturday. Bye, guys.